When people say abortion needs to remain legal because abortion is necessary to prevent the world from becoming overpopulated, I sometimes say, let's assume you're right and the world is overpopulated and abortion is a solution. What if not enough women choose to have legal abortions and the world continues to become overpopulated? Should we then force those women to have abortions in order to prevent overpopulation? Most pro-choice activists will say, of course not, because they're pro-choice, not pro-abortion. They say forcing women to have abortions is wrong because it's a violation of her rights, even if the purpose is to prevent the world from becoming overpopulated. And that's where their argument breaks down. If it's wrong to force a woman to have an abortion in order to stop overpopulation, then it's wrong to force a baby to be aborted for the same reason. You can't violate a person's rights, be it the right to bodily integrity or the right to life, just for the greater good of society. The second issue with this argument is that the world is not overpopulated, and these alarmist claims have been debunked for decades. This argument was first derived from Thomas Malthus's claim in 1798 that populations double every generation, but food production doesn't increase at a proportional rate, so humanity will eventually run out of resources. In 1968, Paul Ehrlich wrote in The Population Bomb, "The battle to feed all of humanity is over. In the 1970s and 1980s, hundreds of millions of people will starve to death." But as we all know, that didn't happen. Instead, humanity became more efficient at producing food and went from producing 1 ton of wheat per hectare during Malthus's time to nearly 8 tons today. In fact, in many countries, the problem society faces is not too many children, it's too few, because there aren't enough children to support populations of aging, retired workers. It's true that there are places in the world that are crowded and other places where people live in poverty and lack access to basic resources. But killing human beings in the womb won't help humans who currently live in poverty. Killing children in the womb doesn't just deprive another human being of life, it deprives the world of valuable people who will someday grow up to be the scientists and global leaders that solve issues like poverty, starvation, and lack of resources. Even if overpopulation were a legitimate concern, abortion would still be an illegitimate answer.